All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah
Barakatah
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Ba'ashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect. It's the brother Isaiah.
And brother Dunya Allah.
All right, from the Pittsburgh GMS camp, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Lord willing, this is edifying. You got it, bro.
All right. Yeah, man. So, hey, this lesson is we're gonna be going in on this pagan feast day that's coming up, man. You know, Christmas. You know, the so-called Christmas. Because a lot of people are you know, they've been celebrating this for years, man. All right. So, and we used to celebrate this too before we found out that it doesn't line up with the scriptures. Okay, the scriptures actually go against it, man. You know. That's the worship of another god and an idol, man.
God.
You know, which is the first out of the 10 Commandments. You know, the so-called 10 Commandments, because there's more than 10. But you know, we're just gonna go in and give some edification on that, because that's not one of our high holy days. All right.
God.
So we're gonna start here in Jeremiah chapter 10, and we're just gonna start from the top. It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speak unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them. For the custom of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born, because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they can do no evil, neither is it in them to do good." So this description, okay, this is the description of what people do around this time of year, right? Now a lot of people get plastic trees and stuff like that, but traditionally, right, they would go cut down a evergreen tree, okay, and they would fasten it together so it could stay upright, and they'll put little decorations on it, man. Back in the day, that'd be gold and silver. Today they got the little plastic ornaments. You know, they still got the gold and silver colors, man.
The little tinsel and all that.
So they're describing, they said the custom of the heathen are vain, right? So for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you shouldn't be following these different things, because Christmas, because it's customs of these other nations, man. All right, particularly this goes back to ancient Babylon. All right.
God.
It says right, so this is talking about that Christmas tree. Okay? Christmas tree. That's it. That actually represents an idol. All right? And let's see here.
Get this precept real quick.
Okay.
Okay, because the scriptures tell us explicitly not to learn the ways, okay, of these heathens. Okay, matter of fact, actually, I'm gonna let the bro get that later, because you actually read it, did you?
I think I just read it. Yeah.
Yeah, he just read that. You know, it says that though specifically, like the bro said. Okay, and then I'll get another precept. Jeremiah 10:2 again. Thus saith Yahweh, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. Okay, like the bro just read. Okay, so you're not supposed to learn the way of the heathen, man. Okay, and the number one heathen that Jake like to pattern themselves after is E, man. Okay, because what does the scripture say about that? Proverbs 3:31 says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." Okay, and here particularly in Babylon the Great, okay, E has amalgamated or combined all of the different wicked customs into one. Okay, which really Jake was the spearhead of that. What was it, back during the Holy Roman Empire? Constantine.
Yeah, Constantine during the Byzantine.
Byzantine Empire, he started mixing in and trying to find different ways to tie in these pagan worships with the holy days.
Yeah, and that really including other people trying to include other people within the ministry, man.
Yeah.
So people who believed in this pagan stuff, they was trying to get them all together, clump them all together. So he would put certain things, okay, inside of the scripture. He would add to the scriptures, And this was a Jake. It was a wicked Jake, man.
Mm-hmm. Con, it was. And you got something real quick because I want to define.
This is just the article. You got it.
Con, so I through the Spirit, I want to look up that word holiday. Okay, because we know, all right, from we've been groomed by our elders and apostles through the Spirit. Okay, to learn about words, to look into words and etymology, to look at root words and things. So when you look at the word holiday, what does it remind you of? Holy day. So I got it in the etymology, right? Holiday, noun, 1500s, earlier, Halliday, circa 1200, which that word circa means around the 1200s. From Old English, Halig Day, or holy day, consecrated day, religious anniversary, Sabbath, okay? So these things are not actually holy days, okay? Because to be holy is to be sanctified and set apart for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, okay? But these people have consecrated these days to these other deities, man. That's what these things go into. When you say holiday, you're saying it's a holy day, okay? Mm-hmm. And they actually got a Jake with a new song that damn Flamer. If I don't know if that'll get us striked or not. That Flamer, Lil Nas X. He's the face this year of Christmas, man. Which really, when you look at his other videos, at least since Halloween, he's been the face of these different holidays, man, to get Jake back in that holiday spirit. He had one song called Rodeo, where it was a Thriller style song. He's walking around, he's a damn vampire, okay? And the thing about it is he's good with his witchcraft because the beats are catchy, the lyrics are cool, they have a team of people come together and help make the song, and you be bobbing your head. You be like, damn, before you know it, then you look and you like, man, that shit wicked for real, man. Even this new song, it's like, bro, I don't recommend nobody go check it out. Because you're gonna be thinking that shit in your brain, Mm-hmm. That's just how this shit works, man,
Yeah, that's part of E's enchantments, man.
God.
The serpent, which, enchantment, that could be going into enticing, right? Casting spells upon people,
mm-hmm.
Because they'll chant the same thing over and over,
mm-hmm.
and then you get it stuck into your head.
Yep.
Right? And if it's stuck into your head, it can influence your actions, man.
Your behavior.
Yeah, and your behavior.
Yep.
Through that repetition.
Man, that's funny. Let's see here.
You got something else, brother?
Yeah, just real quick. Okay, because the bro had brought something to mind that I wanted to get this precept. Okay, 2 Timothy 2. Let me see if this is what I want. 2 Timothy 2 and 16 says, But shun profane and vain babblings, for they will increase unto more ungodliness, and their word will eat as doth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus. But the point I want to get is, okay, it's good to avoid certain vain and profane babblings, okay, like these different songs, which, I'm not trying to be over righteous. Bros want to listen to it, do you? But like we were just talking about, when you hear these different things, they kind of eat away, and they lodge themselves in your brain. A lot of times, man, you hear certain music, man, and you just start bobbing your head, and you be like, man, I can't stand this shit. But the beat be catchy. The person might can sing, or they might have man. E has team of lyricists. You know how they was talking about Drake, which not to get all into that, but how he has a team of writers and producers. That shit matters because they can bounce ideas off of each other. They do. E have done a diligent search. He can find out popular culture and things that people like and things that will trigger memories, and then he'll put them in the songs, and then you react to it without even realizing it, mm-hmm. or understanding why. You be like, why the fuck, nigga? I know this shit is wicked. Why the fuck am I bobbing my head though?
Right.
The devil, man.
This is how E pushes witchcraft, man.
God.
And coming back to it, the celebration of Christmas, all right, or going against the Lord is going against the Lord, and it's witchcraft.
God.
I got this precept right here. 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as the iniquity and idolatry. It's as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he have also rejected thee from being king. So this was talking about Saul, you know, because he was rebelling against the Most High and not doing what the Most High commanded. So it's likened unto witchcraft, man. You know.
That's right.
So, yeah.
You want to go into that article?
Yeah. So, you know, we read the scripture earlier in the beginning about the Christmas tree. You know, and you know, during the time of Jeremiah, what was that, a Babylonian captivity? You know, a lot of our people, they was just going all the way off, man, worshiping the Queen of Heaven, weeping for Tammuz, all right, which these goes back to different Babylonian gods, man, that they were worshiping. Okay, and you know, that Christmas tree, which we read about, played a role in the worship of these different gods. All right. So this is an article from it's called Christmas. Salakia. This is Christmas, the pagan deception. It says the Nimrod tree. All right. And Nimrod was a Hamite. Okay, during the time of the Tower of Babel, man. He put together the bringing all the nations together and trying to build up a tower unto the heavens. All right, but the Lord wasn't with it, so he split up all the nations, and you know that's how you get the other languages.
And I think there's a correction. I need to do more studying on it, but I went and checked. During Jeremiah's time, it says that it was in the days of Josiah, the son of Amon, king of Judah, in the 13th year of his reign. I think later on, remember he was warning them that they was going to go into captivity to the Babylonians.
Oh,
yeah, towards the end. Yeah, so he was still, you know. So just to give a clarity on that, towards the end he prophesied unto them that they was going to go into captivity to the Babylonians, and they was angry at them. So just to give that history. But Salaki, go ahead.
It says the Nimrod tree, Nimrod, the Lord of Christmas, right? So this is a completely different God.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are worshiping the God, and they don't even know it. They claim to be Christians, but they don't even know the proper holidays, okay, to worship, man. I mean, the proper high holy days to keep in order to worship the true God. It says Nimrod started the great organized world apostasy from God that dominated this world until now. It says Nimrod married his own mother, who was named Semiramis, and after Nimrod's death, his so-called mother wife, Semiramis, propagated the evil doctrine of the survival of Nimrod as a spirit being. She claimed the full-grown evergreen tree, right? What's the tree that you use for Christmas? The evergreen. You know? Full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolizes the springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod. On each anniversary of his birth, she claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. It says December 25th was the birthday of Nimrod. This is the real origin of the Christmas tree. So, the Christmas tree represents another deity, man. Another god, an idol, man. It doesn't represent the Most High. Because, the Most High, you know, he said, you know, to not to make make the likeness of anything in the heavens above or in the earth below, and bow down yourself to it, man. The Most High you can't even see his face, you know. So that's complete faith. You have to the Lord has to give you faith to know that he's real, man. You know. Cause you know how people, imagine if they would have seen what the Lord really looked like. They'll make a statue of the Lord and bow down to the statue instead of to the Lord. You know.
That's Jake, man.
That's Jake. Okay. Right. So there's some more on here. It says traditionally a Yule log was burnt in a fireplace on Christmas Eve, and during the night, as the log's embers died, there appeared in the room, as if magic, a Christmas tree surrounded by gifts. The Yule log represented the sun god Nimrod, and the Christmas tree represented himself resurrected as his own son Tammuz, right? So the Christmas tree represent Nimrod reincarnated into a tree, okay, or resurrected into a tree.
Well, it said it. The tree represents the rebirth of Nimrod, basically, coming back as Tammuz, right? Ain't that what it said?
Yeah.
Yeah, resurrected as his own son Tammuz, because like he was just talking about the lore of it, which is like the backstory, the folklore. Semiramis claimed that from that stump sprung a whole nother tree. You know what I mean? So if you think about it metaphorically, from his stump or whatever sprung a whole nother him. Whatever.
Yeah,
he's his son basically in the reincarnation.
Kind of, you got that scripture where it says they wept for Tammuz.
No, I actually have some more. Let me see.
You can get what you got. I can grab it, brother.
Kind. So while the bro gets that, I had a few precepts, okay? Because this is how Jake, operates these days, man. They have forsaken the Holy One of Israel to worship these idols, man. Romans 1:22 says, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible power into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds and four-footed beasts and creeping things. Okay, I'm gonna skip to verse 25. Who changed the truth of the Most High into a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. So be true, or Amen. Okay, and so that's what Jake have done. Okay, that's what Jake have done, man. They worship the creature, which is just something that means something that was created by the Most High, more than they worship the Most High. Okay. Did you get that precept, bro? Wept for Tammuz?
Kind. This is Ezekiel chapter 8. I think I'm going to start at, verse 13? Ezekiel 8. And 13, it says, he said unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was toward the north, and behold, there sat a woman weeping for Tammuz. And he said unto me, hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, the door of the temple of the Lord between the porch and the altar were about 25 men, and their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces toward the east, and they worship the sun toward the east.
Wow.
Right? So we just read how Nimrod was also a sun god, and which these are the same gods from other ancient Egypt, Babylon. They're all the same gods. That's why it says what they worship the creature more than the creator, the creator. So they make these different gods from what the Lord created, man. They worship the sun, but they don't worship the Lord. And all these different nations, they do the same thing, but they have different names for those gods. Okay, but the same God, different names, man. So hey, this just backs up everything, man. Weeping for Tammuz. Okay. This all goes back to ancient Babylon.
Yeah, and I wanted to mention too, like it's kind of the Lord is cold, man. Because when you think about it, we're supposed to pray to the east to worship Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay. Instead, if they pray toward the east, if they all come together and pray towards the east, I will heal their land.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's following, what the Lord told us to do. They're facing the east at the rising of the sun to worship the sun.
To worship the sun.
Wow.
That's why I was thinking like that's cold. You know what I'm saying? The Lord
got what? You know what the scriptures say? Cunningly devised fables, man. because they can tie all this pagan stuff and tie it in to the scriptures. So well knit that the person without the Holy Spirit, they'll get fooled by it, man.
God.
These cunningly devised fables.
Jeremiah 16:19. O Yahweh, my strength and my fortress and my refuge. In the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. Okay, and that's what the Israelite foreigners are going to come back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua saying, man. Surely our fathers have inherited lies, because look at you the power on earth, and eventually the heathen going to say that too, you know what I'm saying, because they're going to see who God's people really are. Okay, let's continue. Jeremiah 16:20, shall a man make gods unto himself, and they are no gods? And that's what Jacob done, man. That's what Jacob done. Which we don't care about you other heathens having your whatever y'all got going on, but it's Jake that we really worried about that's doing this, man.
Hey, and at the end of the day, you heathens gonna know who the real power is, right? When he brought us up out of Egypt, everybody knew. Rahab the harlot, she knew. She said, we heard about your power and what he done for you in Egypt, man. The Philistines, which they're from the genealogy of the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians. They're like an offshoot nation of the Egyptians. They knew. You mean the God that smote the Egyptians with the plagues? They didn't want the Ark of the Covenant to come unto them. It's like, oh shit, we about to get fucked up.
God. You mean the one who gave them emeralds and their secret parts? Oh hell no, we good. Jeremiah 2:11. Hath a nation changed their powers, which are yet no powers? But my people have changed their glory for that which doth not profit.
So what's a tree gonna profit you, man? What's putting decking this tree out and putting up gifts for anything? They're gonna profit you. You're gonna be spending a whole bunch of money, and that's money wasted. Shit. You know what I'm saying? What's that gonna profit you? Is that gonna get you salvation? No. Is that gonna make you more enlightened? No.
Then I'm gonna put your ass right back to sleep.
Okay.
Further into a deep sleep.
It's just gonna further push out a wicked vibration and separate you from your power, man. Keep you separated.
Okay. And I guess we can go into Bel briefly.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, so I just want to tie this in with Bel and the Dragon, okay, which was during the time of Daniel, okay, which was what was that, the first Babylonian?
Bel and the Dragon.
Yeah, because wasn't Nebuchadnezzar in there?
Yeah, because Nebuchadnezzar took Daniel basically hostage. He and his brothers.
And then Cyrus, this was that he was around during the time when Cyrus came over and took over too.
I think he was around during 3 kings. Nebuchadnezzar, was it Darius and Cyrus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says right here, and King Astyages was gathered unto his fathers, and Cyrus of Persia received his kingdom. And Daniel conversed with the king and was honored above all his friends. Now the Babylonians had an idol called Bel, and there were spent upon him every day 12 great measures of fine flour, and 40 sheep, and 6 vessels of wine. Come on, man.
Damn.
You see what the bro
That's
just said? You gonna be broke,
bro.
As hell. Bro, 40 sheep? You know how much lamb that is? That's a lot of meat, bro. And 6 vessels of wine, 12 measures of flour. They probably baked it into cakes. Baking cakes for the, they like cakes. That's because that's a sacrifice that you actually would do for the Lord too.
Yeah.
You have to mingle the oil with the fine flour and you would make a cake. And I think they would put like frankincense on some of them.
God, and then, hey, what does it say? They said basically Jake said we're still gonna, we don't care as for what you said about the word of the Lord. We're still gonna do what's in our heart to do, man.
Yeah,
that was in Jeremiah 44.
God.
It says their husbands knew that their wives still bake cakes for the Queen of Heaven.
Yep.
Okay,
and the king worshipped it. Now you good, bro. And went daily to adore it. But Daniel worshipped his own power. And the king said unto him, why doest not thou worship Bel? Who answered and said, because I may not worship idols made with hands, but the living power, who have created the heaven and the earth, and have sovereignty over all flesh. You see? Then said the king unto him, Thinkest thou not that Baal is a living power? Seest thou not how much he eateth and drinketh every day? You know, which really shows you how much the Most High got these people in the trick bag. Because I could see maybe if you were standing there and you could see the thing eating. But bro, it don't eat in your presence. Why you gotta wait till you leave? You know, to eat something. It ain't no power. It ain't real. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived, for this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. Okay? And actually in Jeremiah, it actually starts going into that a little bit too. Okay? Jeremiah 10, because it starts speaking about, okay, the way that these idols are fashioned, which I'll just get it and then we'll finish out on Baal. And then we'll end it, Lord willing. Jeremiah 10. Okay? And I'll start at verse 9. It says, Silver spread into plates is brought from Tarshish, and gold from Uphaz, the work of the workman and of the hands of the founder. Blue and purple is their clothing. They are all the work of cunning men. But Yahweh is the true power. He is the living power and an everlasting king. At his wrath the earth shall tremble, and the nation shall not be able to abide in his indignation. Thus shall ye say unto them, the powers that have not made the heavens and the earth, even they shall perish from the earth and from under these heavens. You know, what does it say? The earth shall be clean, dissolved. Just speaking of the areas that the Lord is going to destroy.
Kind the idols shall be moved at the presence of the Lord.
Kind. And when they and then in that ain't the cobblestone and all that? Is that in Jerusalem?
Cobblestone.
Or in the cobblestone, where they got that big. They got the Wailing Wall. And then I think there's this big thing where also the Muslims worship. It's like a big cube or something.
Yeah. That's I just call it space rock.
Moon rock.
They worship a meteor. Shit.
That thing is gonna get burnt up too. Okay.
Because that's the worship of the so-called moon god. They worship the moon.
God. Okay. Let's see. Jeremiah 10. I'm gonna start at. I think there may have been a point I wanted to get, but I'm gonna just finish at 12. Okay. He hath made the earth by his power, he hath established the world by his wisdom, and hath stretched out the heavens by his discretion. When he uttereth his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he causes the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightnings with rain, and bringeth forth the wind out of his treasures. Every man is brutish in his knowledge. Every founder is confounded by the graven image, for his molten image is falsehood. There is no breath in them. See, so it speaks about the tree, but it speaks also about the other idols, man, okay, that men have created. So I'm going to continue in Baal, unless you got something. You got something?
No, you got it. We can end off with this.
Okay, kind of. Baal and the dragon, okay. Is it only one chapter? I'll just say 1 and 7 again. Then Daniel smiled and said, O king, be not deceived. For this is but clay within and brass without, and did never eat or drink anything. So the king was wroth, and called for his priests, and said unto them, If ye tell me not who this is that devoureth these expenses, ye shall die. That was a lot of stuff, man. But if ye can certify me that Baal devoureth,
that's why he called it expenses.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, man. That was an expense to put forth, what, you said 40 sheep?
Bro.
To put forth 40 sheep, man?
It said 12 measures of fine flour.
The
best flour. 40 sheep and 6 vessels. And ain't no telling how big them vessels was of wine.
Yeah.
Bro, that's a lot of sheep, bro.
Yeah, especially, hey, man, you a king, you're like, man, I should be eating that. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. So let's see here. Verse 10. Now the priests of Baal were 70, besides their wives and children, and the king went with Daniel into the temple of Baal. So the 70, what's that? 60? That's 70. 70 is 70. Besides their wives and children. So it was 70 men, and then they ain't counting their wives and then all the children that they had. That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And so Baal's priest said, Lo, we go out, but thou, O king, set on the meat, and make ready the wine, and shut the door fast, and seal it with thine own signet. And tomorrow when thou comest in, if thou findest not that Baal hath eaten up all, we will suffer death, or else Daniel that speaketh falsely against us. And they little regarded it, for under the table they had made a privy entrance, whereby they entered in continually and consumed those things. They're like, man, ain't no thing. We're just gonna do what we've been doing. So when they were gone forth, the king set meats before Baal. Now Daniel had commanded his servants to bring ashes, and those they strewed throughout all the temple in the presence of the king alone. Then went they out, and shut the doors and sealed it with the king's signet, and so departed. So the spirit was on Daniel to put ashes on the floor, because you could leave tracks in ashes.
Mm-hmm. And he said in the presence of the king alone. So the king was there.
He only the one that knew it. Now in the night came the priests with their wives and children, as they were wont to do, and did eat and drink all up. In the morning betime the king arose, and Daniel with him. And the king said, Daniel, are the seals whole? And he said, Yea, O king, they be whole. And as soon as he had opened the door, the king looked upon the table and cried with a loud voice, Great art thou, O Baal, and with thee is no deceit at all. He was happy in the motherfucker. It's gone. I knew it. Then laughed Daniel and held the king that he should not go in. Wait a minute, hold up, stop, don't walk. Behold the pavement, and mark well whose footsteps are these. Look at these ashes. And the king said, I see the footsteps of men, women, and children. And then the king was angry. These motherfuckers done tricked me. And took the priests with their wives and children, and shewed him the privy doors where they came in, and consumed such things as were upon the table. And I kind of want to just mention how they do something similar to this with the Christmas tree. They say they put out cookies and milk for Santa Claus in those families where they do that, but the parents eat that shit. And then the children get tricked when they come back. Santa came and ate the milk and cookies. The milk be gone, the plate be empty with a few crumbs on it. Same shit.
Same thing.
Same shit. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, man.
Finish off with that.
Hey, ultimately, all these different idols, man. Hey, man, what the scriptures say? What Ephraim is joined unto idols, man. Northern Kingdom, they'll fall down before Santa Maria, man. You know, which is just an idol. They'll bake cakes to him. You know, they'll set up shrines and altars and candles. You know, they'll even have baking cakes for the dead, like they come and eating them. Cakes are still there though. You know. So our people been doing this for a minute. You know. But,
and then even in the dragon, it was a living creature. Okay, they was worshiping a living creature. And he was eating shit, but Daniel killed him just by mixing up a few things and feeding it to him, and then the nigga's belly exploded. You know, It was like, this is the God you worship, man.
Yeah, you know, which that was it was just some type of vessel. It wasn't alive.
Well, the dragon actually was alive. It was maybe like a lizard.
A lizard.
Yeah, it says I'll read it just briefly. Okay, it says, then Daniel, Baal and the dragon 1 and 24, no, then 23, and in the same place there was a great dragon which they of Babylon worship. And the king said unto Daniel, wilt thou also say that this is of brass? Lo, he liveth, he eateth and drinketh. Thou canst not say that he is no living God, therefore worship him. So he would have had to have been an actual living creature. They saw him eat and drink, and he was alive and moving, you know. So it would have been a creature of some sort. Then said Daniel unto the king, I will worship the Lord my power, for he is the living power. But give me leave, O king, I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff. The king said, I give thee leave. Then Daniel took pitch, fat, and hair, and did sieve them together, and made lumps thereof. And this he put in the dragon's mouth, and so the dragon burst in sunder. And Daniel said, lo, these are the gods you worship. So it was some creature. You want to say, oh, he actually eats, so, you know, he's alive. Yeah, he killed his ass. Yeah. Fed him something, nigga just exploded everywhere.
Yeah, it could have been a lizard. It could have been a so-called dinosaur.
Komodo dragon. Who knows what it was? You know.
You know, cause we know the Lord got some creatures that are like dragons, man. He actually, you know what? He actually have dragons, man.
Yeah, real dragons.
You know, Leviathan.
Yep, he breathes fire.
He breathes fire, man.
That's right.
You know, yeah, man. So, hey, it says I'm gonna grab this to end it off. This is Psalms chapter 96 and 5. It says, "For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens," man. Right? So these idols, they were created, the different materials that these idols are made of, they were created by the Lord, man. Right? But the Lord actually created the heavens and the earth, man. You know? So at the end of the day, the name of Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, is going to be exalted, you know? And, you know, you Jakes need to stop worshiping this pagan holiday, man.
96.
Yeah, 96.
That's right, bro. Hey, Jake got to wake up, man. You know, it's getting too close to the end game. Man, Lord willing, I'm going to do a lesson on that, too. I just watched that movie Songbird. Did you get a chance to check it out?
Nah.
I woke up early this morning. It was a link in the chat, bro.
Oh, is it link? Okay.
Yeah, Ariana posted a link in the chat. I woke up early this morning and watched that, man. And what was it? 96 and 5.
96 and 5.
You know, and yeah, man, that video, bro, man, that movie, they showing you, man, they showing you a lot of stuff, man. And that's the times we in, man. Okay. Jake got to wake up. So I just wanted to get that word idols. Idols. It's all y'all or all of y'all. I don't know exactly how it's gonna be. I don't see no connector. So
yeah,
all of y'all or all y'all. Okay, and it says apparently from H408, good for nothing. By analogy, vain or vanity, specifically an idol, no value, thing of naught. They ain't shit.
It's nothing, man.
They
can't eat. They can't take their sacrifices. Now, hey, you know, they could worship different animals, but those animals were created by the Lord.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't create nothing.
Worship the
creator.
was
created.
Worship the creature more than the creator, man.
Okay.
So yeah, I just wanted to bring that out, man. Hey, it's time. It's night time. You know, high time that you awake out of sleep, man. Okay, because the destruction is at hand, man.
Okay.
That consumption decreed is about to overflow with righteousness, man. And you know, a lot of Jake's gonna get caught out there, man.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Straight. That's how the Lord got it.
Yeah, but hey, with that, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters. Shalom.
Shalom.